Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you an elimination strategy for spotting definitely wrong choices in TOEFL reading information questions. Now, when it comes to these questions, spotting choices that are definitely wrong is just as important as finding the right one. And one of the trickiest traps the TOEFL steps for you is something called a decoy. So what's a decoy? Think Star Wars. Remember Queen Amidala? She had a body double. At first glance, the double looked exactly like the queen, same outfit, same presence, but she wasn't the real queen. In TOEFL, decoys are the same. They look right because they repeat a sentence from the passage almost word for word. That feels safe, right? Familiar. But it doesn't actually answer the question. It's just a body double. Okay, quick check for you. If you see an answer choice that copies a sentence from the passage but doesn't respond to the question, should you pick it? No, it's a trap, a Star Wars decoy. Example 1, the red howler monkeys. Here's the question. Why were red howler monkeys translocated? So let's pause here. What is this question really asking? Right, it's asking for the reason they were moved. Not just any fact about the monkeys, but specifically why. Now, back to the passage. The key sentence says, a wide translocation of red howler monkeys was conducted during the filling of a hydroelectric reservoir. So what does that mean in simple words? Right, the monkeys were moved because a dam was being built. So the correct answer is B, because of the construction of a dam. Now, let's test the other options together. A. The monkeys were the subjects of study by many biologists. That is true, it's in the passage, but does it answer why they were moved? No, that's a decoy. C. Their habitats were destroyed by natural disasters. Is that in the passage? No, that's just false. D. Maintaining ecological balance is essential. True idea, yes, but again, does it answer why the monkeys were moved? Nope, another decoy. So the only one that actually answers the question is B. See how decoys work? They distract you with something true but irrelevant. Example 2, the chondrules. Here's the question. According to the passage, what does the presence of grains inside some of the chondrules indicate? Alright, before we even peek at the answer choices, let's check. What is the question focusing on? Right, it's focusing on the grains inside the chondrules. Now, back to the passage. The key sentence says, the chondrules that contain the grains suggest that they must have formed when compact masses of nebular dust were fused at high temperatures and then cooled before these surviving grains could melt. So, what's the key word here? Yes, before. The chondrules cooled before the grains could melt. That means the grains already existed earlier. So the correct answer is D. The grains were formed before the chondrules were formed. Now, what about the others? A. Chondrules are made of silicate. True, but does it answer the question? No. Decoy. B. Chondrules are found in chondrites. Also true, but irrelevant. Decoy. C. Chondrules are about 4.56 billion years old. Again, correct information, but not answering the question. Another decoy. So notice the pattern. The wrong answers are like Queen Amidala's double. They look real, but they're not the real queen. Only the answer that is both true and directly answers what's being asked is correct. So let's wrap up. Whenever you see TOEFL information questions, watch out for decoys. They're sneaky because they sound familiar, but they don't connect to the question being asked. If it's just parroting the passage without really answering, it's probably a Star Wars body double, not the real queen. So here's the key point from today. Decoys look tempting, but they don't answer the question. Always choose the answer that is both true and directly answers what's being asked. And if you want more strategies like this, check out Dr. Nanhi Burns' TOEFL Reading course, TOEFL Reading Made Easy. It's perfect for both the current TOEFL and the new format, with a free upgrade included. TOEFL reading doesn't have to be hard. With the right tools, it can actually be easy.